burn, baby, burn! Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn! Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where we are currently in the basement, well, one of the tiers of the basement. We're in the zombie hall, the zombie pit, the zombie mashing room, where we do the zombie mash, and I'm working on restoring some of my levels lost from the previous deaths, as well as repairing all of my tools, which are, well, you know what, I guess we didn't really lose levels from previous deaths, because we used all of our levels in the last couple of episodes to max out one of our swords, so we'd be better prepared for what ended up being a kind of rough situation. I think we can definitely do a better job the next time we decide to tackle a, oh my goodness, look at that right there. Isn't that beautiful, the way that that just jumped out at us? A sight to behold, to be sure. I don't think I've gotten any other pieces. But as you can see, I have been working on restoring all the chainmail, the backup elytra, and all of that. Everything is almost repaired. I'm just working on Lucky now. And after that, I think we should be good. Everything should be repaired. But I also managed to get quite a few items repaired by just disenchanting items. And that got me thinking about an idea, right? It actually makes sense for us to hold on to enchanted gear that gets dropped. Not because we're ever going to use it. We're not going to ever want to have enchanted gold armor. The enchanted diamond armor was nice for, you know, Micah joining the series. He was able to just go ahead and grab some enchanted diamond gear right out the gate. But really, the rest of this armor, we've got too much of it, and it's the last day of the month, and I got to thinking about it, and I thought, man, wouldn't it be great if we dedicated the last day of May? For some folks, May is still considered spring, depending on where you live, right? February is the end of winter, so you got March, April, and May are the spring months. It feels like summer right now to me, okay? I installed another mini-split, and I'm getting ready to install yet another one. It's a whole story. If y'all ever want to hear my journey with central AC caving in the roof of my house, that's unrelated to the tree. That's a different disaster that happened. They happened concurrently. There's a hole in the roof, and then there was a hole in the ceiling. None of that's related to the hole in the ceiling that happened after the pipes burst during the Great Texas Freeze. Home ownership is rough going, my guys, let me tell you. But let's do some spring cleaning is the goal for today. I'm not going to stand down here and kill a bunch of zombies. I would have liked to get this pick finished, but I've got a feeling we'll probably wrap it up when we get upstairs. And in fact, I think after this next batch comes down, we're going to go ahead and head upstairs, because we're going to need to do a few different things. We need to build a trash disposal to throw useless items in. That, or we store them away in deep store, but I really just don't know when I'm going to need a whole bunch of leather armor, where the faster and easier thing to do isn't to just go kill a bunch of cows. You know what I mean? And we've already got a pretty decent supply of leather, so to be blunt, I don't think I need to hold on to a bunch of leather armor. I am going to hold on to enchanted gear so that we can disenchant it when I need the XP. I thought that would be clever. Hold on to enchanted gear, keep it stocked up so that we can, at the drop of a hat, stop on a dime. That doesn't really make any sense, but very quickly. I'm trying to kill time so I can get my pick repaired. We'll worry about it later. It's not relevant. Let's head up top. Well, let's wait. Let me kill these guys first. There we go. All right, I decided to linger just long enough to actually get the pickaxe repaired, because it was going to bother me if we left before that was done. And I'm also bringing all the rotten flesh, and we're leaving here. Let's go upstairs and talk about all the multitude of different ways that we could go ahead and prepare ourselves to declutter on this final day of spring, as if summer starts on June 1st. I cannot believe tomorrow is June. Can I just throw out there that time flies way too fast, and we are all aging rapidly, and my goodness, it's been so wonderful to spend nearly half of a year with you, but saying those words makes me feel all kinds of different ways that I was not prepared to feel right now. I just got to put that out there for everybody. I'm really starting. I'm really, to quote a character from a video game I love, I'm really feeling it now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at? First things first is a disposal, right? All we need for that is a hole in the ground that leads to lava that we can throw things into. And, I mean, it doesn't really matter where we put it, not necessarily. I kind of want to put it somewhere where we can't accidentally throw things away. And it needs to be in a place that we're not going to do something with later, right? Because I'm looking around, and there's plenty of places where we have plans to do things. Like, at some point, we'll extend this. I keep talking about it. Will it ever happen? Someday. Although, we're getting there. I mean, are we ever going to need a whole lot of paper? I don't know. We could tuck it away up here, maybe, like, I mean, what's happening right here? Would that be dangerous, though? Like, I'm trying to think. In this room is where we would most likely need a disposal situation. We could just have, like, lava right in the middle of the room here, because there's nothing beneath here. Someday, though, there might be. There might be something beneath here. There's polished deep slate there right now. What's down there? Does that actually fall underneath something? I don't know what that would be right there. Unless it's that block right there. I suppose that could be what that is. I guess, yeah. So that would be a pretty safe place to put some lava. The catch is that we would want to make sure it's safe enough that we don't accidentally walk into it. I also kind of wanted it to be a proper chute. Because if you're throwing something away, right? Like, let's find something completely useless. You know what? Stone sword. No use for it, no need for it. If we throw that in there, what's the odds it jumps back out? And then what are the odds that I'm not paying attention? Or what if there's like a slight little glitch, a little hiccup in the game? That happens from time to time. I could just tuck it away right here as well. Next to either of the stairs would be fine, I guess. I mean, there's a passageway underneath there. But there's plenty of blocks above. Hold on just a second. So we put the lava there, and then let's say we throw away the sword. That seemed to just devour it. But then what do we put around this that makes it safe? I don't know. That makes me nervous. I'm going to say let's not. What about right here, though, okay? And what we can do is we can have the lava be here, and then let's get rid of this dirt. Let's make sure it doesn't fall in the lava, because dirt is a precious resource, and we definitely don't want to lose it. What are we going to tuck away back there? I mean, we could just put those there. That would be fine, right? Except we would need all of this to be as well. Hold on. We got to do that. If we're going to do the thing, we're going to do the thing properly. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So that's tiles, and these are bricks. Should all of these to either side also be tiles? No, because that would look obvious right there. All right. We got bricks to either side, tiles in the back, stairs up on the top, lava in the bottom. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. We can now no longer get in there. I think even if we crouch, yeah, we can't actually get into the lava. So we're now safe from lava. Lava is tucked away to the side. We could put up a sign that says disposal, but I don't think we need to, because I think we know what's going on there. And then we can come over here and we can say, hey, you know what? We know what we don't need in our lives. You know what we don't need weighing us down anymore? Is all of these stone swords, because there's nothing we can do with them. We could enchant them, we could name them, we could combine them together to create fewer stone swords. But at the end of the day, we just have no need for all. Look at all of these stone swords that we've got just taking up space. Like, what a nuisance these have become. And now, in the name of spring cleaning, into the lava. We don't need them. I tried thinking of something we could do with them. I was like, you know what? We can make a bunch of frames, and we could just line a hallway with all the stone swords that we've collected throughout the course of the game. There's an idea. No! There's no reason for it. No more stone swords. No more. It's the easiest thing in the world to manufacture. If we need more of them, we can create billions of them at the drop of a hat. We don't need them. What else do we not need? I was going to say leather gear, which we definitely don't need any of. Let's get rid of it then. I mean, we don't have that much of it, though, is the thing. Wait a minute. No, hold on. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing where I'm hoarding them for no reason. Now, the enchanted leather we're going to hold on to because we can use that again. That's like a storage of XP that we can drain in a moment where we need a bunch of XP. All of these bows, though, bows are so cheap and easy to manufacture. Again, enchanted ones we'll hold on to because we can unenchant them and get a boon, right? But regular old fishing poles? We don't need fishing poles. We've already got, like, I think 1 or 2 of them. And that's way more than we'll ever actually need. Enchanted bows are a different story. Like I said, I'm going to stop harping on that at some point. I'm going to continue harping on it for a little bit. But look, no more stone swords. No more fishing poles. No more bows. All of that's gone now. All of it's gone. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's peaceful now without all the noise. There was never any noise. Now, crossbows, you can't manufacture those. You can make them. Never mind. In that case, there's no reason to hoard them. We've got a couple up here that are already, like, enchanted, and we can either disenchant those or maybe even turn them into better ones. We're getting rid of the leather. Okay, because I can't think of any reason why we need a bunch of leather gear. And if we need leather gear on down the line, guess what we can do? We can make more because we have leather. I thought it would be fun to have a maxed out set of leather gear with all the different enchants on it. It's pointless. It's not beneficial. But it'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of funny, even. You know what's not useful? All these regular old crossbows. This one's got a projectile loaded. Is it enchanted? It's got piercing on it. This one just has nothing on it. I'll tell you what. If we can get one good one out of these, right? There we go. We'll hold on to it in case we need one later. But otherwise, we just don't need it. We just don't need it. Goodbye to this crossbow. Look at that. How fun was that? Goodbye to all this leather gear. Throwing it all away. Can you throw it all away? Can you throw it all away? We're taking the loot box and we're taking the clutter crate. Oh, look at you trying to sneak past. We're not done yet. We got to go back down and we got to empty out all the things that down there where the zombies are. This is a full-on spring cleaning. We've got more to clean. Look at all this. So much stuff. So much stuff that we can just throw away. We should probably build a dispose all down here as well, now that I think about it. Just so we can, like, clear out this stuff as we go. And we don't have to worry about it building up down here and we can't get it out. Look, we're already running out of room in here. If we spend any, like, substantial amount of time down here, we're actually going to run into a situation where we don't have enough room in our inventory to haul all this trash back with us. That's going to be a bit of a pain. And you might think, well, what are you going to do with all these metallic tools, right? Oh, don't you worry. I know exactly what I'm doing with that. Trust me. We're gonna come up here, right? Because here's what we've been doing, is we've been condensing them. Condensing it's stupid! We shouldn't have been condensing it. Well, we have things in our inventory we can go put away real quick, because I just realized, like, we were taking up a lot of inventory space with chainmail that should have been put away a while ago. As well as the backup elytra. We can go put that back where it goes. Good old elytra 2. Plop that down right there. As I was saying, why repair this gear? We can just throw it in here, and it can be melted down into individual nuggets. Now, you might say, wait, a nugget? That's basically nothing, right? It's almost a waste of time. And you're right. For a single nugget, it's a waste of time. But there's more value to me in a golden nugget than 100 golden helmets. And if you disagree, you're wrong. Okay, except for that one. Same with iron swords. Same with iron swords and just regular old iron armor for that matter. They're worth more to me. Stop putting that in there. They're worth more to me melted down. So where's my, here we go, lava. Are we going to use a whole lava bucket on this project? Probably not. We're sticking it in there. Look at it go. Look, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it a thing of beauty? Can we put these in, like, the smoker? I'm sure it means blast furnace. We could probably put it in the blast furnace, but we've already got it going over here. And to be blunt, I don't care. I guess it would be faster. But we've already put the lava in here. We're not going to put the lava to waste. We're just going to let this go and do its thing. And we're going to end up with a bunch of nuggets. And that's going to be fantastic. So enchanted gear. Enchanted gear that we want to be able to disenchant in a pinch in order to get the XP. That's going down here with Elytra 2, right? Because it can also work as, well, no. This is going to be backup gear. It's going to be what this chest is. So enchanted gear goes up here. So if it's not enchanted, it doesn't belong in here. And if it can't be used as backup gear, it doesn't belong in here. And yeah, we're holding on to all the tridents. We can put mending on those and repair them over time. That means that most of this, everything that's gold in here has got to go. Because we're never going to need, and everything that's iron as well has got to go. Because if it's enchanted, it's got a new home up here. It's a tragedy that its entire life is going to be spent just waiting to be disenchanted. Like, yeah, I'll admit that's a bit sad. But it's better than what's going to happen to the rest of this golden gear here in about 2 seconds. More stuff. More stuff to be donated. I mean, donated is a strange way of phrasing that. More stuff to be schmelted down. Look at this. We've almost got enough. Well, no, we do have enough gold for an ingot, and we're working there with iron. We could turn all these different swords, right, if we wanted to, into a... oh, I forgot there's also, like, backup armor in here as well. I think this is where we're keeping the chainmail. I didn't realize there were diamond boots in here, though. Wow, Mickey could have had a pair of diamond boots that didn't have cursive binding on them if I'd been diligent about that. Halfway to another set of diamond. No need for a hoe, no need for a shovel, no need for a pickaxe with cursive binding or an iron sword. This is all that remains inside of this chest, and it's all that's going to remain inside of this chest. As for this chest, that goes out, that comes out, all of these. I'm on the hunt now for anything that isn't enchanted. Gotcha! Sneaky little swords hiding amongst the enchanted ones. Gotcha! They think they're all that in a basket of roses, but they're not. They're just golden tools. Now, what do we want to choose as our representation of a thing that is enchanted? What gives, I guess a leather cap that's enchanted looks very enchanted, so I'm going to say that goes there. I'll tell you what, I've gone back and forth here, and I've got an entire inventory full of leather gear. And if I really want to have leather gear, tell you what, let's just go ahead and make our complete set, right? It doesn't even matter. If we waste some repair along the way here, doesn't matter one bit. Let's get ourselves a full set of leather gear if we can. There we go. There's our leather pants and our leather tunic. And we'll get ourselves a nice, lovely leather cap. And then all we need now is some boots. Some lovely leather boots. Assuming we have enough. And everything else? Everything else that isn't those things, right? Guess what we're going to do with them, huh? Guess, huh? Guess. Burn, baby, burn! Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn! Boots! Literally, just there we go. Perfect. Leather boot. We already have leather boots. We have the snow boots. They can work as part of the ultimate leather set. So we don't actually need this, but we just throw these 3 items in there. And then the leather boots are possibly inside of tools and equipment, I want to say. All right, there, snow boots. With thorns and protection and mending and all of that, but my idea for the leather armor was that it didn't have thorns. Basically, I wanted armor that I could wear around to manipulate creatures such as Mr. Zombie and Mr. Zombie the Third without accidentally killing them, because sometimes you gotta move them around, and my current armor is not good for that. I know leather doesn't offer much protection, but it will when it's fully enchanted, and that's funny. So that's cooking away. We're slowly getting there. We're slowly chewing through all these items. Got a lot more golden items than we did. Oh, you know what I just remembered? You know what I just remembered? Remember? Deep down below, but not quite past the bedrock, there is a skeleton spawner that we have not collected objects from. Okay, get all of this stuff. We'll set all that up later. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno! Now that song's stuck in my head, and it's gonna be stuck in my head. That's all of our gear, and so out of that we got 14 iron nuggets, so it was 14 pieces of iron gear, and 45 pieces of gold gear have now been condensed, effectively out of existence. And out of that we've got 5 nugs and an ingot. Oh dear. And 5 gold ingots, and it was worth it, because look at this. Look at how empty this chest is here. Isn't that a beautiful sight to behold? And then you got this here, and any minute where we're like, oh man, I really need to repair some of my gear here. You know, I could go downstairs and kill monsters, or I could just, like, disenchant something, a bunch of this stuff, and just fill up my... I'm not going to do it right now, because obviously we don't need to do it right now. But there you go! This is beautiful, and I do want to do that everywhere. I want to have these everywhere. Why talk about it? Let's do it. There we go. Got another disposal right there. So when we kill these guys and they drop a bunch of, like, worthless nonsense, we don't even have to carry it upstairs. We can just immediately dispose of it. I mean, bad example, because nothing got dropped there except for really useful things like rotten flesh. Which, yeah, actually really useful. Can be used to do very useful things, like get emeralds, so I'm not too upset about it. Where should we put this one is the only problem, because it's got a very blue sort of aesthetic. Actually, I guess we don't need one down here. We just throw things into the soul fire, can't we? If we get something useless, like just for example, if we have just like stone. Yeah, we don't need lava down here. That's instantaneous. We're good here. It kind of makes me want to redo all of them with blue fire, but it doesn't work everywhere else. It doesn't work where the zombies are because there's no blue aesthetic there. And it certainly doesn't work up here because, once again, there's no blue aesthetic. This works because this is all kind of orange. I guess we'll finish off the month by coming over here to see what else we've already completed, if anything. No, I mean, we did a bunch of stuff, but of the things that are currently on the map, we've not done anything additional. And we've got a free spot, but we're not going to worry about it. Until next time. Thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!